All right, we're gonna go on and get started because it is 6 o'clock, and I definitely want to protect everybody's time when it comes to it. So, hello everybody. Thanks for joining in on our week one Zoom for our actual class of Ed 750, 750, the history of urban education. You guys, this course is a little different from the courses I've taught in the past. And one is because it's part of a new program that the university is just now starting with a degree in urban education. And so it really focuses on a lot of theory. And I'm gonna talk a little about myself in just a minute and let you know what kind of professor I am and how I feel about theory. But pretty much what we're gonna do in this course, you guys, is really to look at the historical perspective of urban education. You guys, it's talking about how from a social, from an economic, and also from a political lens, how does that affect urban education? How did it affect its creation and also the existence of urban education, which we're talking about now in urban schools? And so I do have a little disclaimer because if you haven't dived into your reading for this week, when we're thinking about the background and the historical perspective of urban education, you guys, race do come in part of it. But the disclaimer that I have is, you guys, we will only discuss race when it's purposeful for the class. And so you will read some things about race when it comes into it in the background of urban education. But again, we're looking at it strictly from a historical background and how those things come into play on it. When I'm thinking about the economic piece of it, I'm thinking about the politics and the political side of it, and I'm also thinking about the social side of it. We also going to look deep into inequity and inequality when it talks about urban education too. That's going to connect to current problems that if you work in an urban district right now, like current problems that you face while you're working in those districts. We're going to address a lot of those issues and talk through a lot of those problems and issues as well. And then we're going to talk, I think this is the part I call put some sugar on it. We're going to also talk about how the transformation reform of urban education, because I do want you to know that all urban education settings are not bad. All of them are not a negative, although what the media in the research probably states, there are some campuses that are doing great things. There are some research and some initiatives out there that are doing great things, like high poverty, high performing schools, like a group of transformational schools. There are some people who are true change agents in this work, and they become to be solution creators where they find problems to get to those things. And I think that brings up to my background, why the university seeked me out to teach this class. All 17 years of my experience have been in urban education, transformation, school turnaround setting. It's what I know. It's all I know. It's what I breathe, what I eat, what I sleep. You guys, I tell everybody, I even wash dishes with a sense of urgency because I work in such a place of school turnaround where we don't have any time to waste. And so everything I do is with a sense of urgency, and was very successful with that work. And that's why I'm so passionate about teaching this kind of course, because you guys, at the end of the day, our kids, those kids deserve the best. They want the best in front of them and they deserve the best. And so you're gonna be in for a treat because we're gonna have some good learning and some good times in these 7 weeks. This will probably be the longest Zoom that we have, and it probably won't even be but 25 minutes today, because I don't teach through this platform. I teach through Moodle. When you're doing your work, I'm teaching you doing that because I'm active in that same process. When you responding, I'm responding. When you making comments, I'm making comments. And so this will be a reflective process for us. I reflect on our work. This is what we focus on for the week. This is the trends that I've identified. Let's have some discussion around these trends. Let's talk about these things. And so that's what this platform will be. It won't be me putting up a PowerPoint and doing a lecture. No, that's why we got the format of Moodle that's already set up for us. So I want to go over a couple of housekeeping things, you guys, so that we can make sure that we kind of maximize our time when we are together. That's our time here on Zoom every week, and also our time when we are actually communicating and building that collaboration through our Moodle platform. And so one thing I want to tell you right now, you guys, I am a new age professor. I'm not the normal professor. I'm very understanding. I'm very flexible. I'm a person of relationships. And my thing is, I'm a servant for you. I want to make you better than you came in when you leave out. I want to make you I want to make you great at what you do. And so that's my charge to you. So I'm here from you. Never be afraid to text me, email me any concern, because I am working for you. I want to make you better. And so I'm just different when it comes to that. But one piece of it, you guys, is because I'm still attached to this work. I don't work for the university full time. I just do adjunct classes for them because of my background, my extensive background in school turnaround in urban schools. And so I still work full time in a public school system where I coach, supervise, I teach, I do it all in a public school system. So therefore, I'm so connected to the work. So I'm not beyond it. And that's why I think I'm so understanding and so flexible, because I know as educators, a lot of things come up on us. But one thing I do want you to understand, you guys, is I'm not a person of excuses. I don't handle excuses well. It's my desire for every person to make an A in this course. I won't stop anybody from making an A in this course. I pretty much laid it out for you so that you can be successful, but you are going to have to do the work. I'm not going to do the work for you. You're going to have to do the work if you want that A. But you guys, it's laid out already from all 7 weeks is laid out before you. And so I just want you to understand, if you need me, I'm here for you when it comes to that. I'm not a professor of fluff. But I know most online programs, because it's online and it's not face-to-face, they just give you all this work and it's fluff. I'm not a person of fluff, you guys. Number one, I don't have time to read through fluff because I still have a full-time job. But number two, my thing is, and my goal is, my job is to make you better at what you're doing. If you are a leader or a teacher, I want to make you better at doing that. And so therefore, every assignment that we do is purposeful. There's intent while we're doing those assignments. So just do know that. The next part that I really want to talk about, you guys, is the deadlines and really meeting deadlines. Majority of this class, we had class together the last 7 weeks and had a good time in that class. And that class was very flexible because of the pandemic. And so deadlines, I removed all deadlines and just made sure if you got all your assignments done by the 6th week, then you're good. This class is going to be a little different, you guys, because I'm going to be a stickler for deadlines, only because I'm teaching all summer long. And so after this session ends, I start right back up with the next session. So I can't wait till week 6 when you turn in all your assignments, and I'm sitting grading 10 and 11 assignments. And so another part of that is in my other class, because I'm a professor of application. One thing that I always said, whenever I became a professor, I would not be a strictly theory guy. Because what happened is theory sets us up for success, and especially in education. We go and get these 4-year degrees and we attend these educational programs, and they pump us up with nothing but theory. And when we get into those teaching situations and those school situations, we drown because we have nothing but theory. We don't have any application. And that's why I say if I ever became a professor, I would teach with application. And I give you some theory, but a lot of application. And so in the past, I've taught all my other courses, I teach with application. But because this is a history class and a history background, it's more theory over the application, but we're going to do some application. I'm a person that say, I want you to go out and do some research. I want you to go out and talk to some people. I want you to go out and survey and interview some people, and then we apply the work. And so with this class, it's a little different because we got to do some reading to get some understanding when it comes to it. But it's very important that you understand that, you guys, it's not fluff work at all. And my thing is, I definitely need you to stick to those deadlines. Make sure you're getting on, you're doing your work every week, and then you guys, you won't have a problem. You're gonna do very well in this course. And so the next thing is when you're responding, so that we can really keep that community of learners going, that actual virtual PLC platform is designed for that way for a purpose so that we can learn from each other. Make sure you are always responding to at least 3 people. That always put you in the A range if you have a quality response. Because the first thing I look for is your response of quality, but then I look at it and say, how are you participating in our learning community? Are you going and when someone responds run to you and ask you a question, or you going back in and answer their question, or are you going in making quality responses to your peers in the class. And so always get at least 3, and it always going to put you in the A bracket when it comes to those forms. You guys, this course again is laid out all the way through the 7 weeks. You can work at your own pace. You can do however you want. If you got 2 weeks off and say, hey, I want to knock out about 3 weeks of work, feel free. Even if you say, I'm going to knock out all of this work, feel free. I'm going to go week by week, though, because I have to teach the course in that manner. But you are more than welcome to go through it and zoom through it as fast as much as you want to, because it's already laid out for you. You know everything that's there from week 1 through week 7. But I will go week by week only because I am the lead learner in the class, and I will grade week by week. Even if you complete stuff for week 5, I won't grade it until probably it's time for week 5, you guys. But again, you are more than welcome to go at your own pace with this course when completing assignments. The next thing I want to talk about is plagiarism. In my other courses, it's not a big deal because we do so much application. But in this class, we're going to be doing some reading and doing some summarizing and some synthesizing. So it's very important that you give the people, those authors, credit for their work. When we're reading the articles and you are doing your write-ups and your reflections, you guys, make sure that you are really giving them credit for their work. It's very, very important that you're doing that, because in this class, we are doing a lot of reading and then we're doing some summaries and making some connections. But one thing that you're going to see about it is you're not going to have a problem with plagiarism, because most of the things I'm asking you to reflect. I truly believe if you don't grow unless you reflect. So I can't build you into a better teacher or a better leader unless I make you reflect. So as you're going to see, every assignment, I'm going to make you reflect on your own practices. I'm going to make you reflect on what you see in your schools. I'm going to make you reflect on what you do in your classroom. I'm going to make you reflect on what you do as a leader or what you see your leaders do. And that's done for a purpose, so that I can grow you and you can understand that, hey, this was a gap, or I'm doing this and this is aligned to exactly what research is stating. So you won't have a problem with plagiarism, but some things we will when I say, okay, tell me how this movement affected urban education. Well, you're gonna need some research for that, and you're gonna have to recite some people's work for that. So just make sure you're giving credit to that, and you won't have a problem when it comes to that. And so that brings us up, and this kind of clears up all of our housekeeping things, you guys. Again, so the key things I definitely need you to take away right at that point is, I am here for you. I am here to make you better at what you do. So if you need me, please, please, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And again, make sure that we are doing our work in a timely manner, especially in this course, because it's very important that we are going and moving straight into the July session after this course is in. Those 7 weeks are going to go by extremely fast too, you guys. But I'm so grateful to actually be chosen by the university to teach in this program. So pretty much most of if you are getting a degree in urban education, I'll be leading a lot of your work, teaching a lot of your courses, because again, that's my actual expertise and background. So this week I did give you 2 questions, just kind of like a KWL chart, to see what do you know, what do you really know about urban education right now, just to see what you know. It wasn't a quiz, it wasn't a pop quiz or a test, but just what you know about urban education. And I specifically say, tell me what you know. Don't tell me what the research or what the data say or what Google say. Tell me what you know. And you guys, you really did good about putting out some key points and some highlights when it comes to it. You know, some things I heard about urban schools and urban education. One is it's for a targeted a group, and we pretty much know that. So those are students and kids of color. Large cities connected to urban schools. It's connected to most schools of poverty, low socioeconomic status, struggling academically, challenges. All those things kind of came out and through your responses. But again, I do want you to know there's a bright spot on the other side of the tunnel. A lot of urban schools are very successful, but they are successful because some of you put some things in place. And I know Emily is on here, and Emily took our last class, and she had if you haven't read Emily response to those 2 questions before Sunday, go back and read her responses to those questions, because she really went deep with it and gave you a good explanation with it. You guys, urban kids need the extra. They need the extra. Academics just is not enough for them. We can't even push academics down their throats until we give them that social and emotional learning and those social emotional needs before we can even push anything academic on them. And so when I hired teachers, you guys, that was my first thing I told them. I'm not even looking for a good teacher. Good is not good enough to work for me. I need a teacher who can give me the extra. I need a teacher who can have that extra and give these kids the extra when it comes to it, because that's the only way they're going to be successful, because they come with broken, they come with so many issues, so many aces, so much trauma. They just come with so much. They can't learn until those things are attended to. And so we're going to learn about a lot of those things. And so when we go into our work for this week, you guys, number one, we got to read an article, but that article is going to give you a whole historical background about urban education. What does the term urban mean, where it come from, and all those things. You're going to get a good understanding of that in that article. And then every week we'll have a video that connects to our learning. In some weeks, we'll have 2 videos that connects to our learning. But remember, everything is connected and it's done with a purpose. You guys, we are going to have a great time with this course. And again, I'm so excited. I don't think anybody is more excited to be about teaching and learning than me. If you found them, please send them my way, because nobody is more excited about teaching and learning than me, you guys. I'm so pumped up about this kind of work. And one, because our kids deserve it. I don't care what kind of situation or school that you work in, whether it's urban, whether it's suburban, whether it's rural. Our kids need great teachers in front of them. And I'm an advocate for it. They deserve it. When it comes to it. So I'm going to open up, because I think those were all of my notes that I wanted to make sure I went over to let you know a little about the class. I'm not going to bring up this the syllabus and go word for word, because everything is pretty much laid out for you with this course. I've designed my courses to lay everything out so that you will know, won't have any surprises when it comes to stuff. Everything is kind of laid out. But if you got any questions that you want to ask, hey, turn your mics on and jump in, and we'll go from there.
Dr. Rainey, I have a question.
Yes,
this is my online class, and I was reading through the assignments. You said we need to keep an electronic journal. So how do we house that?
Right. And so that's just the Word document. So you can go to Microsoft Word and just type there. Every week that we're doing your assignments, just go through those 4 reflective questions and just type it there. And so when you turn it in, you're going to turn in 1 document, and it's just going to be a Word document.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Rainey. I have one question.
Sure.
I was in your class last semester. It's Brianna. And I was wondering, last semester you said we needed to do respond to at least 3 posts to get an A, and you said your one was 2. So is it 3 this semester or 4?
It's 3.
Okay.
Last semester, because of the rubric, it said 2, but 2 only got you into a B, and so a couple people only did 2, and they lost those points. So if you do 3, you guys, it's always gonna get you in an A every time.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Hey, Marie.
Hey, I was like, hold on.
Look,
talking to you.
I see so many familiar faces in. So
hey, y'all.
Look at my people.
Emily. Hi. Hey, Brianna. Wait, let me see who else is on here. I don't know. Wait. Okay, wait. I don't know. Well, hey, everybody else. I may not know all of y'all. Hey, Latasha. Hey, Bree. Wait, let me see. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Charles. Is that right?
Hey, Bree.
Okay. Rachel. Hey, y'all.
Charles is saying he over this. He said, y'all stop speaking. He said, I'm over this. Look at his face.
Don't do me like that.
I think everybody is just so zoomed out. Like, if we would have known, maybe would have brought some stock in like Zoom and Google Meets a long time ago. But, hey, we didn't know. Yeah. I bet you Zoom didn't know what it was going to rate. Who knew? Yeah. We're on Zoom all day. So that's why he's probably looking like that. Yeah. But it's nice to meet all y'all.
You too. Nice
in person. Yeah. It's nice to see you, Dr. Rainey. I'm starting.
Always. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. All right, you guys. And I think one thing I did not mention, you guys, Zooms are not mandatory because I record them all. And so once we finish them every week, I'll always upload them, but by the next day. So if you want to get in, just to jump on, so we can have this personal connection, and hear firsthand, you are more than welcome if your schedule fits. But if you got something that's important to do, or you're like, this doesn't fit my schedule this week, no worries, because you're going to still get it. I'm going to put it in Moodle every week. And so for my people that's new, you guys, because I'm such a motivator and inspirer, and I got to push you guys, we never end Zoom without reciting affirmation of no excuses. And so I'm going to do it, and then I want you to kind of repeat after me when we do it. And so it goes like this. It says, excuses. Excuses are tools of the incompetent. They are used to build monuments of nothingness. Those who specialize in their uses are seldomly capable of doing anything else. So therefore, on today and any other day, when getting this degree, I will not engage in excuses. So let's repeat after me. Excuses.
Excuses.
Excuses are tools of the incompetent.
Excuses are tools of the incompetent.
They are used to build monuments of nothingness.
They're used to build
monuments of nothingness.
Those who specialize in their uses
Those who specialize
in their uses
are seldom capable of doing anything else.
Are seldom capable of doing anything else.
Therefore, on today,
on today,
and any other day,
any other day,
while getting this degree,
while getting this degree,
I shall not engage in excuses.
I shall not
engage in excuses.
Amen. Church is a join. You guys, it's been real. I love this interaction. I love this energy, you guys. Have fun diving into week 1. And if you need me, let me know. Email me, text me, let me know. And again, I'll be back here, same place, same time on next Thursday. You guys be safe and have a good weekend. Talk to you later.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.